Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. After releasing my last video 2 weeks ago, we managed to hit over 700 subscribers, which is crazy, since it was one of my goals of the Wants to Battle video from last December. I'm excited what else we can accomplish this year. Today I will show you a special Fakemon line, because it is the first completely original regional fake line I've created. A few weeks ago I saw a post by Interesting AF where they posted a picture of a so-called frogfish, which caught my attention because it looked so weird. I later found out that the frogfish is also coincidentally a prompt on the mermaid prompt list by Magic Jack Art, or better known as Jack from Subjectively, so I had to release the video when it was still made. Let's start. When I first started to draw this line, I just wanted to make a regular 3-stage line. Or no, I wanted to do this 2-stage line and I added a 1st stage later. The idea for a Convergent Fakemon came into my mind when I thought how frogfish is such a weird name, and boom, an idea hit me. A Convergent frog and fish line. You will see the other one in a future video. Most frogs and fish hatch from eggs that are laid in huge clusters. They are often really wobbly and slimy bubbles. So I googled a picture of a frogfish baby and found this picture. I think they still have some stuff attached to their belly, which they will absorb later on, I believe. So I drew a cute little blob laying on a similar version, a simplified version of that sac thingy on its belly. I added red stripes resembling the blood vessels. Frogfish look rather rough and spiky, so I gave it a little horn which will evolve later on. Its body is surrounded by a bubble to prevent it from drying out. I wanted some more vibrant colored Fakemon in the ocean area, so I chose a bright orange, since a lot of the frogfish images I saw shared that color. I think it turned out really cute. It's actually the first Fakemon I drew a little other artwork for, but I can't show it to you right now because I would be spoiling the Convergent line, so I will show it in a future video. And here it is, Blubbia, a pure poison type. Apparently frogfish are not actually poisonous or venomous at all. You still shouldn't touch them to be on the safe side, but I've read on Wikipedia that they often mimic the coloration of poisonous slugs or flatworms, so yeah, I went with the typing anyways. It's really small, not as small as a real frogfish baby, but still tiny. I was considering making it a baby Pokemon, but I think that concept doesn't really exist anymore in Pokemon, yeah. Let's see what it evolves into. Originally this was supposed to be the 1st stage until I got the Convergent species idea and thought that both lines should start in an egg-like stage. The design is pretty straightforward, just a cute frogfish but Pokemonified. It has giant arms that it uses to drag itself around. Its hind legs are not developed yet and just 2 blobs. I gave it an eye pattern and some patterns on its tail and the spikes on its back. Those are the poisonous parts and should not be touched. The real life counterpart, to be honest, looks kinda derpy and I love that look. Some might find them ugly, but I think they are kinda cute. The babies especially. They look so grumpy, but like too small to be an actual threat. I really didn't have to change a ton of details cause they already look like Pokemon. Like if I didn't know that frogfish existed and I saw them in the wild, I would be, that's a Pokemon and you can't convince me otherwise. Sea or deep sea creatures in general are all basically Pokemon. It's fascinating and kinda terrifying what nature can come up with. So I may be making a few more deep sea Fakemon in the future. I already have a few in mind, but if you have any ideas you can leave them in the comments. And here it is, the pure poison type Quapkrawl. The name is a fusion of the German term Quappe, which is some sort of fish, and the term crawl, since this Fakemon crawls around. The shiny has the color scheme of its Convergent counterpart. I think the middle stage might be my favorite one, even though the first one is really cute, but maybe that's just because I drew this one first. I don't know. And the last evolution. Compared to the other two, this one took a while, but I still drew it rather fast. This stage is a bit more bulky and more sturdy. Parts of its body are now covered in literal rocks, since frogfish often look like they are made out of some weird rock. Its arms became even larger than before and it now has a pair of hind legs, however they are really underdeveloped and it doesn't use them a lot. It can use its tail to stir up mud and sand underwater, which mix with the toxins in its tail, covering it in a dangerous poisonous dirt cloud. Not that it actually needs this cover, but it doesn't like getting bothered, so it uses it once humans or larger Fakemon approach it. This will be number 160 in the decks, well, at least for the series. I will change the order of the decks before I finish the project, but yeah, currently there are 160 Fakemon in the decks that you've seen in the Jermanzburg series. However, I will also include Fakemon from other videos in the final decks, like from the X as Fakemon series and so on. Oh, also good news, the reduced upload schedule gave me the time and energy to dedicate my attention towards the legendaries of the region, and I managed to finally draw the 2 box art legendaries and the 3rd one in the trio. I also drew one other legendary from a duo I found it at relatively early in the series, and finally I drew 3 out of 4 mythicals. Right now I don't have plans for a pixie mythical like they've been in probably every generation, I'm not sure. No, never mind, the last gen didn't have one. And Sword and Shield neither, I believe. I don't know, but there are a lot of pixie legendaries and I don't have one at the moment. I may be creating one in the future, I don't know. I also have 7 more or less finished lines laying around that I will show you soon. 4 more gyms need signature Fakemon, one of them is already finished and I'm currently working on the video. If you want to see the first stage and another new one, you can check out my Twitter account. I posted them under the tweet by TrueGreen7 where Ron asked for more Fakemon he wants to critique, and I liked the design, so I posted them. There's also one pseudo-legendary missing. I started to work on it like yesterday, but I wasn't really happy with it. I also need 2 more Fakemon lines, which are the stand-in for the top 4. I did draw one, but I may have to do that one again. We will see. And we also need 4 more emblem Fakemon lines, which I kinda neglected, and I'll be sorry about that. But I got an idea for at least one of them. This has nothing to do with this line, but I wanted to share my progress somewhere. And I kinda also started 2 more projects because I'm not very good at focusing on one thing at all. But on the positive side, the designs for the other 2 projects came to me rather natural, so I didn't have to do a lot of thinking. Yeah, but I don't know when they will be released, like, could be a year or so, I don't know. Yeah, anyways, here it is, number 160, the Poison and Rock type Lurock. The name is a fusion of to lure something in and rock because it's pretty obvious. What do you think about it? I'm always happy when a rather simple and spontaneous idea turns out so well, and I'm pleasantly surprised by this. I hope you like it too. Thank you for sticking around, thank you everybody who supports this channel and the Jermanzburg series. And I again wanna apologize for not answering comments. I hope it gets better in the future and I find the energy to do it again. Yeah, sorry. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to not miss any new videos, leave your ideas in the comments, and I see you there.